painful part of everything was that I spent $500 to get myself fixed for this date. And this is what I get. I am never trusting dating sites ever again. They are just filled with bullshit and lies. So, remember that guy I was telling you about? Charles. The guy I've been telling you about. So we've been talking now for over 1 month now. And he's been giving me all this love talk. He's been sending me all his pictures. I finally felt I had found the one. He has been sending me a lot of his pictures. But girl, he looked so good in his pictures. He's got the perfect green eyes and a sexy body. I actually felt I had found the one. I actually felt I had found the one. He even told me he was a lawyer, which I felt was the perfect job. For once, I felt I have found my knight in shining armor. I was even beginning to have feelings for him even without even meeting him. So we finally decided to meet. I went shopping. I got myself the latest Zara collection dress and a lovely high-heeled Steve Madden shoes. I got my hair, my nails, my eyelashes were all fixed. I looked so beautiful as I stared at myself in the mirror. We decided to meet at Moxie's Grill. When I got to the venue, he called me earlier on that he had already arrived. And when I got there, I couldn't find him anywhere. I looked for him all over the place. I couldn't find him nowhere. I was worried, so I decided to take a seat. And then there was this weird looking old guy. He was smiling and waving at me. Well, I totally ignored him because, that was not my Charles, So I decided to pick up my phone and call Charles. And guess whose phone was ringing? It was this old man's phone. This phone was ringing and he was walking towards me. Girl, at that point, I was so angry and nervous. That was Charles coming towards me. I wanted to cause a scene at that point. But then I decided to calm down, not to cause a scene. And when he came close, I asked him, how come you looked so different from your picture? And he smiled and said, that was me 15 years ago when I was younger. And I asked him, how old are you now? And he said, he just turned 54. I was so mad at that point because he had lied to me. I even found out he had 2 kids, something he never mentioned all this while we were talking. Painful part was when the waiter brought our food. He had no table manners. He was eating and talking all at the same time. He was so filthy. His mouth was stained with food and the whole table was so messed up with food. Painful part of everything was he started picking his nose on the table. Disgusting. I was so disgusted. I stood up and I told him, I don't think this will work. And I walked out of that place. I was in tears. One of my eyelashes fell up on the ground. Tell me, why? Why can't I be lucky for once in my life? Why? Sin.